What is going on, guys? Nathan Paul here. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are all doing well, and welcome back to another video. In today's topic, we got why is everybody ratting? You know, you see all your favorite streamers, you see everybody putting their 2 cents into why they think people are ratting, what you can do about it. Well, mainly they're like, just join them. You know, if you can't beat them, just join them. You know what I mean? But I think I might have a few things that might be reasons why, and also I might have somewhat of a solution to keep people moving, or you yourself moving throughout the map if you're somebody who's like, man, I hate that all I can do is sit around. I don't think that's necessarily true, and we're gonna get into it here. But to start off, why is everybody ratting? So you have your main, you have the Jesse Kazam, if you can't trust what you can see, can't trust what you can hear, and every time you get into a fight, you get absolutely punished. Dude, I cannot agree more with that. You know, you have the audio where you're the loudest thing in the raid. You are, like, you hear something, and the only way you're gonna hear something else is if you're sitting still. You know what I mean? You got your clod hoppers on, you got a backpack full of shit, your gun, you ADS, and it's just the loudest thing ever. Your gun's like falling apart because it's got so many loose parts on it. Like, you're ADSing and your gun is just so loose that it's just jingling around like keys in your pocket, right? You're looting something. You can't hear anything else that's going on while you're looting. They upped that sound again this wipe, and like, I just can't stand it. So yeah, it's not that I want my character to be silent. I just want to be able to hear other things in the map, right? Like I said, looting, walking, running, ADSing. The only way to not make noise in Tarkov is to sit still. I don't, like, it's not that I want my PMC to be quiet. I just want to be able to hear other things. I just want the world around me to make noise that I can hear. Because you put a face shield on your PMC and there's no hearing anything. The only thing you can hear is you breathing. And it's just, it's so bad on how everything else is so quiet compared to you. You can't hear anything. You can't move because the only way for you to hear anything that's going on is for you to move. So you can't really trust what you hear because you can't hear anything at all. Or half the time, PMCs just don't make any audio. I had a raid the other day where I was in gas and I was up on the boxes in the back room. You know how you can get up on the boxes in the back room? And I was medding up. I was going through the loot because I just killed 2 guys. I was medding up, repacking mags, going through the loot. I hear 2 guys run up to the building. Obviously, I'm not going to move because if I move, I'm dead. You move, you die. That's what everybody's saying, and it's true. But in that point in time, they ran up on my building. I killed 2 people here. Like, they're one expecting a guy here, and I do kind of have the jump on him on a high off angle, right? So I sit there and I'm waiting for him to come in, waiting for him. And then all of a sudden the dude just walks through the doorway. Not a single footstep once he entered the gas station to where he came through the gas station to me up on the box. Not a single sound was made. What do you guys think? You think we squandered it? Level 18. Wait a minute. He's a level 18 with an AK-74M like this, a fucking hex grid, a couch bag, and he killed a man. Interesting. It is interesting, chat. I wasn't ratting, I swear. But yeah, so sound is borked in the game. Either you don't hear anything in the way of, they just don't make noise because the game is borked, or you're making so much noise that you can't hear anything else going on. The Painkiller Effect. You know, a lot of people are having issues with the Painkiller Effect. I myself barely even take painkillers anymore because as soon as I take a painkiller, I can't see anything. I can't see what I'm fighting then. You know what I mean? What's the point of being mobile and being able to get shot in my legs and run or move if I can't see the enemy that I'm trying to get away from or trying to push so that I can end this engagement? I feel like they added this new painkiller effect to stop people from doing painkillers, which they did, but in return has made it so PvP is, I don't want to say non-existent, but it's just slowed it down. So yeah, the painkiller effect is just, it's garbage. And I know there's ways, I'm not sure if there's still the glitch where if you go into like your settings, enable post effects, turn them off or whatever, or the chromatic aberration, I don't remember what it was. I didn't really look into it, but there was a way you could get rid of it and it would just kind of have the gray scale, or then you could like turn up your post effects to have it. And it's just like, that's just too much work. I don't feel like doing that. I just want a painkiller that I hit and I can push my enemy. You know, I can actually engage in my enemy. I can fight. You know what I mean? Right now, they're making the painkillers as only a way to retreat. And I think they need to. I don't want to say what I think they need to do. I'm not in any way a game developer or able to propose any type of fix for that. I didn't mind the old painkiller effect, but I understand why they changed it the way they did. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. Everybody was PK'd 900% of the raids. So they wanted to lower that, but I think they lowered it in the wrong way to only hurt the players more than anything. And one thing that I think is very, very out there, not a lot of people have really talked about, is the stashes this wipe. You know, they changed how stashes work this wipe, and they're either in different places, they don't spawn at all. I've found a couple new ones on customs, and I found a couple new ones on interchange. Other than that, I have not found any new ones. It seems to be like they're either there or they aren't. And I honestly think one of the reasons why people have stopped moving as much and has slowed down a whole lot more is the stashes. You know, they made this change to stop people from stash running, or at least that's what it seems they made the change for. You know, it used to be you could literally just stash run and make millions. You know what I mean? And those were the kind of people that they wanted to avoid PvP. They just wanted to loot. They just wanted to make money. They just wanted to do their quests, right? And I feel like now that they've kind of taken that out of the game, not saying you can't do it, you can still stash run fairly easily. But I do feel that since they cut back on the amount of stashes and stuff like that, people have started to be like, damn, this isn't as a reliable source of money or ruble or whatever you want to say. So a lot of those people have now stopped running stashes and decided, okay, I'm just gonna go to a building, loot it up, and then kind of rat on people. And I'm not saying that they're just setting up and sitting there, right? I think they are slowly moving through the map, but since they are so used to stash running and not running into any PMCs, now that they're going to these buildings, now that they're looting these areas, they are running into PMCs and they don't know how to react. So they just sit there, they freeze up, they get scared, right? And I think that's what a lot of it is. I don't necessarily think a lot of these people are going into their raids like Stank Rat or like General Sam used to. I don't think these people are going into their raids and being like, all right, let's go set up in a tree, set up in a bush, and what we're gonna do is just rat. We're just gonna sit there and camp it. I don't think that's what a lot of people are doing. Yes, it's very comical, it is very entertaining, it's always fun to catch somebody off guard and just take their shit for free, right? It's super fun, it's super easy. But I do not think that these creators are the ones pushing for this rat movement, right? I truly just think it is, the game has really pushed people away from wanting to engage with other players because of how bad the audio is, how bad the desync is, and just how you can't find anything anymore, you know, in the PK system. So my proposed thought here is walk. I started doing this a lot more last wipe whenever they changed the audio of all the headsets and everything. I started walking a lot more because I just felt like people could hear things from way too far away. I'm still a guy, I run Comtac 2s. And people come into my chat and they're like, oh my goodness, how can you run Comtac 2s? They're the worst headset in the game. Like, okay, like, dude, that's fine. That's fine. I don't really care. Like, I feel like a lot of the headsets in the game with their own sound presets, my IRL headset that has its own sound preset, its own drivers, like, I feel like everybody hears different things in the game. Everybody got different real life ears. Everybody's got different headsets. Everybody's wearing a different headset in the game. I don't think it matters what you wear. I think whatever you are comfortable with, wear it. You know, I'm a big fan of the Comtac 2s and the Comtac 4s. You know, like that's what I like to wear. I don't really like the sound of anything else. The GSSHs sound like absolute dog. You think you're loud now, you put the GSSHs on, you're the loud, like you really can't hear anything. Same with the M32s. People are always like, oh, all I can wear is M32s or GSSHs. And I'm like, bro, no wonder you can't hear anything and you keep dying to people that you don't hear. Because the only thing with those headsets on you're gonna hear is yourself. Like, so to me, I can't wear those. And I feel like people that can hear like the 100 meters or whatever, the 100 meters away or whatever that people are saying, those guys, like that, as soon as they hear something, they just stop. They just stop and they're like, all right, where's that in? And you can literally just track people by their sound. So there's no reason to move, right? So what I started doing is I started walking places, right? Just walk, and it's not like I'm walking everywhere, but I am walking a lot more. I'm not even slow walking, just walking up to buildings, just listening inside. You know, you figure out a way that you can walk up that nobody can see from inside the building, you walking up, and you just listen as you walk up. If you hear anything cool, then you kind of have an audio cue of where somebody's at, right? If not, then you're just gonna have to take it slow. I clear a lot of buildings by walking and not making a whole lot of noise anymore, because if you can find somebody that will swivel, if you can make yourself quieter and you can actually hear more things outside of you, I think that's the best way to go about it. And then once you can learn where that person is, once you hear a swivel, once you make an engagement, that is when you can start running, being aggressive, taking desync to your advantage, which again, that's a whole nother issue on its own. Once you have an idea of what you're going to be fighting, then you can go and fight it. But for right now, if you're running around, yeah, you're going to die, because the guy that heard you 100 meters away is just going to sit there until you run up to him. So Tarkov in general has slowed down, right? Especially this way. Like I said, the name of this video is why is everybody ratting? Or it might be, I don't know, who knows. Well, the premise of this video is why is everybody ratting? And I think a lot of people, if they just slow down, start walking places, you'll start hearing a lot more than you think. But yeah, guys, I think that's it for me. Thank you guys for sitting here, listen to me ramble, listen to me rant on about this, what I think. It might have been all jumbled, who knows? But I do appreciate you guys watching. I do stream over on Twitch, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I would love to see you guys there. Eastern time, by the way. Eastern time. I would love to see you guys there. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We like to have a chill time, relax, and vibe out. I am a Kappa gamer. I have almost 4,000 hours in Tarkov, so I feel like I have somewhat of a understanding of this game. I've been playing back since 2020 when Reserve was added. So yeah, stop by. We always have a good time. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, guys. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment for me. I would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments about this whole situation, and if you agree with me or not. And yeah, guys, so thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.